So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Forensic Networker call. I am your host of the month, Walid Muhammad, Lifestyle Director 1, and I'm joining from Anguilla in the Caribbean. It's my pleasure, my honor to introduce to you our Forensic Networker, CEO, and founder of Opulence Global, Mr. Ramin. For those of you who do not know Ramin Gallo, he is our CEO and founder of Opulence Global, and he's also the Forensic Networker. He has built 4 multi-million-dollar MLM businesses as a distributor. He has founded MLM's premier and most prestigious company, Opulence Global. He has ranked top momentum company in the industry during the pandemic. This was a ranking from businessforhome.org in 2020. He has been voted world's top MLM compensation plan expert twice. He has been voted number 2 all-time MLMer by Business for Home. He's one of the first Network Marketing Hall of Fame inductees, along with Paul Zane, Pilza, and others. He has been Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year nominee. He was featured in Networking Times as a master networker. He has also been featured twice in the American Business Journal, one of which with Warren Buffett on the front cover. He has founded MLM's most advanced MLM university, the Forensic Networker. Was he born with special talents? No. Ramin Gallo says we all start at the same place, but some of us decide not to stay there, keep evolving, as he's been doing and sharing with us on these trainings. So, Ramin, welcome to the call.
Hello, Verlin. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hello, everybody. All right. Why is it everybody late? They're not on this call yet. Text everybody right now. Text them all and say, hey, get on this call right now. Because I'm going to share with them with you tonight the 10 must-dos to reach the top level in our compensation plan or any compensation plan for that matter. So text everybody, get on, don't miss this call. They need to get on right now. And folks, when you get on, about 5-10 minutes before, call all your call all your first generation. Get into that habit. Get them on and get them into the habit of calling their first generation. And then duplicate that all the way down. And we're going to have everybody getting on and being informed. Tonight, we're going to talk about how to get to the top. As you know, I've built 4 multi-million-dollar businesses as a distributor before I started my own. So what's the difference between the top 1%, right? I talk about it in Forensic book. You can take anyone, the one, I talk about not the top 1%, the 0.3%, because the top 1% millionaires, 2/3 of them can't really do it again. But 0.3% will do it at any company as long as the timing is right. So what do they know? Well, they know 10 things. They know 10 things I'm going to share with you tonight. For you to get to the top rank in your in the compensation plan, you have to do these 10 things. You have to. So call everybody. I mean, text everybody. Hey, don't miss this call. In our business, we call it Royal Lifestyle Director. The private jets, the Rolls Royces, all that. Well, if you're going to get there, the $4 million a year, you got to do these 10 things. It's not a choice. It's not really nice. No. I mean, what opportunities are out there for you to make that type of lifestyle? Zero, right? So you're going to get there. The comp plan allows you, gives you a path. But the comp plan is only the path. And you can't do this path on your own. It's a team that have to come together. And it happens that you are the top of that team. That could be good news and bad news. It could be good news if you're doing all the right things right. The 10 things I'm talking about. That could be good news. You're going to get there within 5 years. I'm telling you, if you do just 10 things, you get there in 5 years, within 5 years. If you're not there, you're not doing part of this 10 things. And I can tell you any comp plan, you do this 10 thing, any comp plan, You get there within 5 years. The problem is people have different perception of success, right? There's a lot of things that holds people back. But let's talk about the top people, like the top 1%, right? They have different perception of success. Somebody makes a check they never made before. To them, they're a hotshot, right? They made a check they never made before in anything they've done in the past, they're hotshot. They think they know it all. MLM is all about edification, so a lot of people look up to them and they think, oh, look, I guess I'm the king or I'm the queen. But these people will never get to the top. They will never get to the top. They always make some money. For some of them more, for some of them less, but they never get to the top. Tonight, I'm going to talk about something, maybe it's too premature here, but tonight I want to talk about how do you get to the top rank of any compensation plan, ours or otherwise. That's how I did it. In the 4 companies I was with, the first one, I didn't get to the top. I got into the second top. It was a long chain, and the only reason I didn't get to the top because they changed the comp plan and we all left, right? So the next 3, I was at the top, and 2 of them was a master distributor. But at the end of the day, how do you get there? There are some things you need to know about the business, the trade that you're in, and there's a human element that you must know. There's 2 parts of this, the trade, the human side. Some people know the trade very well. I think most people know the trade very well. They struggle on the human side, whether it's ego or I don't know. You know, they just have a difficult time. The problem is you can't, without a team, you can't even get to the top. So tonight I'm going to give you the 10 things. And if you know how to do, if you do these 10 things, you can't do 9, you got to do 10, right? If you do these 10 things, you get to the top rank within 5 years. If you don't do these 10 things, depending on how many you do, you'll end up somewhere in the middle, but you will not get to the top. It's impossible to get to the top in any compensation plan. The good news is that everybody can do this. Well, everybody could go to the gym, but how many people are consistent with that? So I'm going to share with you what you got to do. At least now you know, because you have a compensation plan that gives you the path to the Royal Lifestyle Director. That's your path. So you're going to get on. You can't just do some of these if your focus target is to get to the 4 million, right? A year. If your focus is to get to the private jet or the Rolls Royce, you got to do all of it. All of it. And the reason why is because MLM, by default, as a concept, conceptually, is designed on helping others get what they want first, then you get what you want. And our comp plan is the fairest in the world. Pays a lot, but it's the fairest in the world. It's designed to make sure everybody gets paid. So it's going to be a big call. Text people. So listen, can't miss this call. Can't miss this call. You got to get people on. You guys are ready or what? You excited? You ready to go? If you're ready to go, blow up the chat group. Wake up. Let's go. Some of you guys, for us, it's late. For you guys are early some places on the world. Some of you guys are in the afternoon. Some of you guys are 4 in the morning. Even at 4 in the morning, do one of these. Gonna get you the 4 mil. All right, so everybody on the call, we getting one at a time coming in. I guess the rest are just walking around watching TV and cooking or doing something, right? There you go. Wake up, wake up. We're talking money, and here you guys are so slow on the keypad. You know, so many of you, and the rest of you, I don't know what are you doing. All right, there we go. There you go. Thanks for. Oh, now we wake up. All right, gotta call you off first. All right. I wrote this training the other day, and again, like I say, I always put myself in. You know, I've done this so many times now. 33 years. Now, this is not a guy who joined 33 years ago and never made any money, right? Or made some money in one company. No, I went to the top with every company I've been with, and now in the last 18 years, I have my own company who was not in 2020 was a fastest momentum company in the world. So I mean, we're doing this right now because of anything other than these 10 things. We understand this 10 things. So I'm going to share with you. The comp plan is your path. You got to do these 10 things. You do these 10 things in 5 years, you're going to be at 4 mil a year. That's the comp plan. If you're not 4 mil, you're at the Royal. You may not be at 4 mil, you're driving a Rolls Royce. You may not be at 4 mil, you'll be in a private jets. You got to do this 10 things. I'm going to share with you. So what I call it. And so Ramin, I would say, Ramin, if you got into MLM today, if you got into opulence today, how do you get to Royal? I asked myself that question. If Ramin got into opulence today, somebody sponsored me into opulence, how do I get to Royal? And I start writing. And this is pretty much how I've always done it. Ready to go? Let's go. I call that the top rank MLM code of conduct. Top rank MLM. Top. It doesn't say successful. It doesn't say top earner. It's a top rank because, I mean, people can make a lot of money. I mean, we got people in our company made over 100,000 a month, but they're not at the top rank. So my focus, I'm very, remember, meaningful, specific, right? I am talking about getting to the top of the comp plan, the top rank. So because people justify success in different ways. Some people can make a couple of grand a month. Well, that's fine. They never made that before. They're successful. Some may make 5,000 a month. Hey, they're comfortable. They're successful. Some people at 50,000 a month, they're not feeling successful. So top rank, we're taking off all the guesswork. Top rank in this company, it's Royal Lifestyle Director. Maybe if you're some other company, whatever that is, maybe your company's like Chocolate Commander or I don't know, Supreme NATO Commander or whatever it is in your company. This is how you get to the top, right? All right, let's go. Number one, work ethic. Number one, work ethic. Work ethic, again, is so important because it does, your culture starts with you. So however you are, unfortunately, your people, especially the ones closest to you, will follow your lead. You know, if you got a lazy work ethic, you're too busy for your business, or you got very restricted hours, or family comes first, or I don't know, Oprah comes first, I don't know, the baseball game for the kids comes first, all of that stuff. But guess what? If that's true for you, certainly it's not conducive to get into Royal Director, right? It may be important to you, but it won't get you to Royal. I'm talking about if you want to get to Royal, right? You got to make sure you got proper work ethic. You have a schedule part-time or full-time, and you follow that schedule. And it's your number one thing. Anything other than family emergency, not a baseball game, right? Family emergency, health emergency, your work, your business becomes a priority. Now, somebody says, yeah, well, family comes first. Family always comes first. That's why I want to kill this thing in 5 years. So spend the next 50 years with them. Of course, family comes first. That's why I don't want to be working for 40 years, missing my family. I want to knock this out of the park now in the next 5 so I can be with the family next 50. So when I'm retired, I could see my grandchildren every single day. So on my deathbed, I can say at peace before the last breath, that I spent a lot of time with my family. Job doesn't allow for that. So I can say I provided whatever my family wanted. Give them the dream life. That's people say, I mean, you must love work. You're a workaholic. No, I hate working. That's why I work so hard. So I don't have to do it at 65. I don't want to be doing this at 75. I don't want to be struggling on a pension like everybody in the world today. I don't want to be part of the 21% in the last 2 years who have considered themselves dropped from the middle class to poverty class in Canada, which is supposed to be one of the best in the world. That's what keeps me working hard. I'd rather do it now than when I'm 80 packing bags at Walmart because my pension isn't enough. Being all disgruntled because while I was working, they told me work hard for 40 years, for 40 hours, and retire on a pension. That's what they told them. And today they're packing bags at the door. Who's responsible for this? I don't blame the people. The culture of the country was wrong. It's not just Canada, but I'm just saying culture of the country. The culture is wrong. That's why I love MLM, because MLM tells all of that upside down on his head. Work ethic. You're either doing it right or you're not. You're either doing it or you're not. So if you're doing it right, wonderful. Proper schedule. It's the most important thing in your life. If you're not doing it right, not giving it the respect it deserves, you're slacking off, you're a some-timer, not a part-timer. Get that right. Part-timers show up to work on the same time, same place, all the time, forever. Get that right? Same time, same place, all the time, forever. How long is forever? Put in the chat group. How long is forever? How long is forever? How long is forever? A long time, right? A long time. A long time. But if you're not doing all of that, well, guess what? You get wrong duplication. You're not going to get to Royal. You're not going to get to Royal. Number one, work ethic. Number two, knowledge. You cannot serve as a role of an upline. You may be the upline, because especially in our business, you're going to get all kinds of people in your team. You don't even know who they are. That's the beauty of this business. Mine, all these people show up there. You have no clue how they got there. But you cannot serve the role of an upline if you're not knowledgeable. So here's the first thing I would do. If Ramin got into a brand new company, I want to be the guru in my team. I want to be the one with all the answers. I want people to call me, not the company. Why? Because I have a smaller team. I can provide a better service than a company that's trying to manage the world. I don't want my new person get run into somebody head office who's having a bad day. No, I want to be the first line of service. Customer service, ask me. I'm going, and MLM, it's not hard to be a guru in MLM. It's not hard. It's not hard. Everyone can get them in the first couple of weeks. Just do some studies and boom, you're there. Show up to meetings, take some notes, teach it. As you teach, you learn. So become the guru in your team. Learn everything. I'm sick of seeing uplines who don't even know anything about the most basic things of the business. And I'm proud of the downline with that type of leadership. They know everything. I'm so admire one side of it, and I'm like, how? I mean, aren't you ashamed? Some of your team is so much better than you. I mean, we should all be in the same level, right? Because it's the same information. It's not a lot. Become a QT, qualified trainer, and you're fine. And all of you can do that within a couple of months. All of you. Once you're a QT, because I'm a QT as well, right? Now you are knowledgeable. You don't need to be an expert in MLM. You don't have to be expert in sales or anything. Just be the guru in opulence. Just be the guru in opulence. That's it. And people respect you, follow you, all that great stuff that you want. All of MLM, it comes with that. The fastest way to lose respect is when people know they know more than you. That's the fastest way that you're there, but you're not an upline. Yeah, you're up there, but you're not an upline. People respect people who are better than them, stronger than them, faster than them. That's how people respect people that they can learn from. If they're better than you, obviously they can't respect you. Especially they both all got in. So get in. In our business, you got the back office, tons of buttons, click on it, read it, learn it, understand it, talk to your upline, teach it, have a lot of fun with it. Next thing you know, you're a QT, you're a guru. We have a system It's called the QT program. You should be all over that every single day. If you launch tonight, if you launch this week, if you don't know what QT, call your upline, inform them or wake them up and say, like, I want to be QT next 2 months. How do you do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? By the way, QT is our future. Soon you can't even rank up without it. Soon you can't even be an LD2 without it. It's going to be, I'm going to force everyone to become proficient in this business. You're going to be a representative of our company, representative of your business. I want to make sure to guarantee your success in this company, in MLM. I want to make sure. And the whole thing takes it's not really that long, eh? The whole thing takes what? I don't know, 20 hours of learning. You could do that over time. But here's what happens. When you're a QT, that becomes a culture. Now you get to the top within 5 years where you could be here, not being a QT, don't have that culture, not that duplication, and quit in 6 months because you're not making money, or be here for 5 years and making $2,000 a month. And all because it takes 20 hours of work, 25 hours of work. Think about that for a minute. Imagine when you're a baby. I know you can't imagine you being a baby, but you can imagine, right? How many times you got up to walk and you fell down? You haven't thought twice about it. And you just have to get up because everyone else is getting up. You just had to get up. For 9 months, 10 months, maybe 12 months, you got up, you fell, you got up, you fell, you got up, you fell. Next thing you know, one day you're like, all right? It's within us. It's inside of us. QT. It's not a choice. You want to go on a cruise? QT. Now, the people who've been here, you're on. That's fine. Moving forward, QT. I'll make sure all your people are better than you unless you keep up. Of course, you're going to make a lot of money, but you want to be the upline. If you want to be the upline, QT, get on it. Spend some time in your business. But by the way, you would do that in your job. You go to a job that takes you nowhere in life and you do all these trainings and they keep sending you on trainings and adding all this. You would do that in a job. Working for someone else, building someone else's dream. You should be doing it for your own business. With a comp plan, with a path to 4 mil. Royal. Royal. Who doesn't want to be royal? Everybody wants to be royal. You want to be royal? Give it the path. Give it the path. Knowledge. Number 3, inspirational. Very, very, very important. Very important. Inspirational. Be powerful. Be the light in your organization. People are looking for the light. We always stare into the light, shiny things. We want to see the light. You be that light. Not that negative, dark source that nobody wants to be around. You be the light. You be the shine. You be the source of energy. Be the person why ordinary people would give up their lifelong habits to become more of themselves. Ask yourself a question. MLM, we ask ordinary people who have never done anything like this, never even thought about anything like this. We are asking ordinary people who have had jobs all their lives. They're exhausted and tired. They get home, they got kids, they got husbands, they got wives, they got all these things going on. And we're asking them to take the couple of hours that maybe they're taking for to rest. We're asking them to give up that couple of hours so they can put it into their own business to become a better version of themselves, so they can create a revenue stream and hopefully take them to royal. We ask, so how do we get somebody who has never done anything like this, who's tired and exhausted after work, to give up his rest or his Oprah to become the best version of himself? How do we do that? One way to do that, inspiration. You can't force them to do that. You can't force, you can inspire people to do that. I was inspired. I had a pizza business. I worked 6 days a week. I worked at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was so inspired by the story that I saw, but things I understood about MLM, I didn't care if I had to give up my Sunday. I remember at the time, my girlfriend said, when I started getting to 1990, when I got into MLM, here's a story for you. So when I first saw this MLM thing, the circles and all that, my first company, I was 20 years old. I'm already working 6 days a week, already working 6 days a week in the pizza business till 4 a.m., right? 4 a.m. So I saw this. So I remember I had a conversation with my girlfriend at the time. I said, listen, Sundays, I don't have to do this business. She says, well, we only get 1 day off. We only get 1 day together. Here was my pitch. This was my pitch to her. Pay attention. I said, listen, we're doing okay. I mean, I had a pizza business. It was pretty busy. I had a good car at the time. I was 20 years old. But I can keep on doing the 6 days a week thing for the rest of our lives. Or I can temporarily, it was 550 at the time, 550, that's the two we use, for the next 5 years and give up the Sunday. And then we can work every day. We can live every day together for the rest of our lives. Let me repeat the pitch. I can keep doing the 6 days and we always going to have Sunday together. Or temporarily, I can give up Sunday. And for the rest of our lives, we can spend every day together. You know who that girlfriend was? Cyrus's mom. We did it. As a matter of fact, it took me only 15 months to go full-time. 15 months. It didn't take me 5 years. It took me 15 months to get to MLM full-time. Well, I was damn serious. I was full-time. I mean, although I was part-time, but I was working my MLM business at the pizza shop while people in the front, I mean, making calls in the back. I was doing meetings in the back of the pizza shop right next to the oven. I mean, I was doing it all. After hours at Tim Hortons coffee shop, anywhere they had seats, we were doing meetings. So, that's fine. 15 months I'm full-time. Guess what? I've been full-time ever since I was 21, 22. So what I told her came true. We were each other every single day. And since Cyrus was conceived, she had never had to work in a lifetime till today. But the decision at the time was difficult. I can keep doing what I'm doing and have some balance, I guess, or give up that. And in 5 years, didn't take 5 years, but in 5 years, have every day together. That was a pitch. Number 5, show successful. Let me go back to number 4, be inspirational. So here's how you do it. People say, okay, I want to be inspirational. But I don't know how to do it. Well, here's what you got to do. You got to prepare some speeches. You got to listen to videos. Take notes. You can't just listen. YouTube morning to the moment I wake up to the moment. I'm in the shower. I'm not joking with you. I'm in the shower. I don't waste time when I'm in the shower. And I have my phone. So I buy all these waterproof phones for that reason. I got my phone in the side of the shower while I'm shaving. And I'm because these videos take time. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I do not miss a moment. There's so much information I'm seeking every day. Even I'm talking about today, every day, that I must utilize all my time. When I'm driving, I don't know was the last time. I'm not joking with you. I think the last time, if I open up anything on my car, if I was a radio or music, must have been years ago. I don't even know these functions. I go in, Bluetooth connects, YouTube. I got all these things which I always see play next. Watch later. They don't have watch later option. So I got like 360 videos even right now. Watch later, which I need to catch up to because I saw it somewhere. I was watching something else. I see, I gotta watch this next. So watch later. I don't want to miss a thing, not a damn thing. I want to capture everything. And it's a great life, I'm telling you. It is absolutely a great, great life. I'm taking a shower. You're in the shower anyways. Listen to something while you're in the shower. Right? So once you do that, then you pick up so much information. If I'm at work and it's not something I'm reading or writing because that takes concentration. But if I'm just kind of going through emails or whatever, I'm always listening to something in the background. I'm taking notes, taking notes, taking notes, taking notes, taking notes. It's a choice. Every moment that goes by is a choice. You guys decided that this hour belongs to you, for you to get better. Other people decided that this hour should be something else. I don't think we need to discuss who's better off. Right? It's a choice. And once you're into the stuff. So here's the thing. How do you become inspirational? Let me answer that question. You got to have some powerful speeches. It's not hard, eh? It doesn't mean you have to be a good public speaker. No, 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 no. You don't need to be for 300 people. You just need to have enough fire in you, take some notes, some preparation, build some great posts, social media posts. Be able to do, if we talk to one-on-one with somebody, but to come up with some powerful stuff. You have to become good storyteller. It takes practice. You all have great stories. Somebody told me today an FOL story, and it was incredible. And the person was telling me, it says, a doctor. It's, let me tell you about my mother. Cut her hand really, really badly. I said, she's a doctor. She says, I told you need stitches. She said, don't worry about it. Mom is 80 years old. Mom says, don't worry about it. She took FOL. She said, I'm going to take Ramin's FOL. It's Ramin's FOL now. That's the name. I'm going to take Ramin's FOL. She put it on. He put it on. And the doc is not happy about that because she thinks, it's a bad cut, Mom. You got diabetes, and diabetics don't heal very quickly. Apparently, according to her, she's a doctor, she knows. And she said, you should be taking, some anti, so she won't get infected, right? And Mom says, don't worry, I'm going to take Ramin's FOL. And she put it on there. And the doc is telling me today, you don't believe, she's telling me this, Ramin, you don't believe this. Trust me, I believe it. I see this every day. But she doesn't know, right? She's not in the business. Ramin, you don't believe this. My mother put this on her. I saw it 2 days later, and the meat had got together. It was healing so quickly, and I expected to see infection all over her hands. Of course, what I said to her is, so who have you told the story to? Who have you told the story to? She said, you. I said, fine, but see, she's such an awesome storyteller, not because she practiced it, because she's excited about the results. She's excited about the result. And when you get excited, you become a good storyteller. So how you become inspirational? Make some scripts, practice it. Keep on. First time you suck at it. Second time, you stutter. Third time, okay, a little bit slow. Fourth time, you become so good at it. You practice on one person, then 4, then 10. Next thing you know, you're at a convention telling the story. By the way, the stories follow you for 30 years. It never gets old. Stories never get old. Start practicing. And start putting some of the stuff on text and on social media, on messaging groups. Now you're powerful. Now you're inspirational. So how do you get that mom who just finished a job and she comes home, she's got 2 kids, or the dad who's exhausted gets home? How do you get them to give up their 2 hours or 1 hour, one of the 2 hours, one of the 3 hours? How do you do that? You inspired them to do that. Become inspirational. I think I missed one. Respect. Number 3 was respect. So that's really important. And I tell you, this is a real problem for people in general, right? Especially some cultures are worse than others. But in MLM, so let me just talk about this. So that the respect it's simple. It really is a concept that should not be hard. It really should not be hard. You want to respect your team. Remember, they don't work for you. They're independent. You treat them nice, they give you CV. You give them what they want, they make you rich. It works that way. It works in that flow. Respect them first, and they respect you back. We're not going to worry about the odd bad actor. Who cares? We're talking in general. There's always some odd bad actors, right? Those people get isolated pretty quickly. Number 1, respect your team. Number 2, respect your upline. They introduced you to this. Even if they didn't, you could use their help. Because you can't, when you build a large team, remember, we're talking top rank. When you got top rank, you got tens of thousands of people, if not more. You need your upline support. Don't forget that. You need your upline support. Respect the upline. Respect your downline. Respect the uptime. Respect the company. If you don't respect the company, your people will not respect you. It's that simple. They just duplicate you. If you're bashing your upline, your people will bash you someday. If you're bashing some products, people will stop using all of the products. If you're bashing the company, you have no respect, guess what? They're gonna, whatever you do, you're going to get back. People who don't know, they call it karma. People who do know, it's quantum physics. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It's that simple, right? It's quantum physics. What does that mean? That means you can't change the law. It's a law. It's a law. Follow these basic things. So respect is simple. Deliver it, receive it. It's that simple. Deliver it, receive it. Some people, because they have a pen or a check, they don't deliver it. They want to get it because they have a pen. That's not going to happen. People don't work for you. Here's the thing. Even if they're afraid of you because somehow they think you have some type of authority, they won't respect you. They will not respect you. Respect is non-negotiable. Respect your team, applying the company. Deliver it, receive it. Good or great? Come on, show me your life there. Show me you got lots of energy. Show me you could see the path right to royal. Who could see the path right to your royal, right? They maybe look like basic principles, but really, how many of them are you actually doing? Because remember, you got to do them all. You got to do them all. You can't do some of it. You got to do them all. If you want to get to royal. Trust me, Rolls Royce is worth it. All right, number 5, show successful. Now, it doesn't say, be successful. That's fine. It says show successful. This is so important. This is so important that I have a full chapter in forensic, but that's level 3, which you guys never seen. It's called forensic lifestyle. Show successful, not be successful. See, in MLM, nobody cares about your bank account. Nobody cares about how much RSPs you have. Nobody cares about that. If they can't see it, they don't get inspired by it. Show successful. It's very different from being successful. We got a lot of people in our business that are successful. In our business, I can tell you, most of our successful partners in our business, they suck at showing successful. For whatever the reason. They've been in for years, they're getting money every week, and some of them become millionaires. I can tell you, 6-figure income earners, we need to really work hard in this company. Now, I did it really well in my previous, when I was a distributor, because I did it, I taught it. MLM is very much hype. It works. It's inspirational. You inspire people, they'll do more. Exactly, John. Live opulence. That's right. Show successful. One time somebody told me in a business who made $1 million with us, told me, yeah, you know what, we're doing so we got so much savings now. We bought $1 million home that no one's ever seen. I told him straight up, I said, Jamie, it's not about you. You didn't cause that. You didn't create that. Other people did. What did they get out of this? So in the forensic lifestyle, I'll talk about 2 things. Lifestyle A has to be visual. People have to see it. B has to be shareable. You need to be able to share it with them. If you got a car, get them in the car. Go for a drive. If you got a home, invite them over for coffee. Visual, show it. You got it. Help other people use your story. Give them another story. The more stories you can give to your team, your tools, the more they can go and get the prospect, the more they can go and get the customer. Show successful, visual, shareable lifestyle. Some of the components of that is clothes, speech, cars, home, action, travel, luxury outings. What's a luxury outing? Somebody says, yeah, but I don't have a lot of money right now to do that. You know what's a luxury outing? Find the nicest coffee shop, Starbucks on the waterfront. We all, in every city, there's this beautiful boutique coffee shops. Guess what? 95% of people don't go to it. They see it. They know it's there. It may be expensive for coffee. It's not that expensive. That's a luxury outing. Get some of your people who did something good this week. Hey, listen, meet me at so-and-so on the waterfront. Let's get a latte. Fancy way of saying coffee, right? That's a luxury outing. Things that a lot of people never get to experience. Now, I don't want to get into the forensic lifestyle because it's a big chapter, but you don't really have to. You can show that without actually being at the top rank. So I'll talk about that in that chapter another day. Anyway, show successful. Number 6, manage crisis. So this is really, really important. Not only some leaders that don't manage crisis well, they cause the crisis, they cause the drama themselves because the egos become so big. All of a sudden, they don't get the type of respect that you're not giving. Of course, you don't give it, don't get it. Then that hurts their, MLM ego. They cause crisis. Or you get a new person that comes in who has a lot of baggage from another company or another organization. They come in to bring this baggage. MLM is a people's people business. You're gonna get that. You have to be good at managing crisis. You gotta suppress drama, whether it's yours or others. You want to protect your business from your personal drama. I hear some things, I just shake my head. That, distributors, him and her argued in front of other people, like in this business. Like how? Like, where do you ever see that? In my 30 years, I don't think I've ever seen it when in any company I've been with as a distributor. And here I've heard a couple of times, I shook my head. I'm like, how? How do we bring personal drama? The people who do that, they don't understand what MLM is. MLM is about one thing, inspiration. We're talking about that tonight. How do you inspire people? How do you get respect? How do you show success? Like, what type of duplication is that? MLM is about getting that person who's got not a lot of time, has 2 jobs and 4 kids, to inspire them enough to want to take that spare time they have to put it into the business, become more, earn more, give more. You're not going to do that by misbehaving. Like, what is your personal, would you bring your personal drama to a job? It never happens. So you want to make sure, be able to manage crisis, whether it's your own or someone else's. Sometimes you get a new person on board. That's just what they know. For whatever the reason, they come with that baggage. Very quickly, that person gets on the side, they get 2 options, shape up or get isolated. Not in those languages, do your own language. But I'm just saying, that's essentially, no one's allowed to bring the drama into a business because everybody else, we're there for one thing, progress. We're there for one thing, positivity. One thing we want to gain, whether it's money, knowledge, whatever it is. We want to escape the drama. We come here because we want something that makes us better, feel better, become more. Don't bring me your drama here. Take that home. But the leaders, but you're going to get that, by the way, you're going to get that. So leaders have to know how to manage crises. Listen, I understand this stuff is simple stuff. They're not easy. There's a difference. The simple concepts, but they're not easy. It takes practice. It takes practice. But if you want to get to the top rank, what is the title of this training? Top rank code of conduct. You want to get to top rank? You got to do this. The good news is you got 5 years to do it. Keep practicing it every day. It's only 10 things. By the way, you do this, your entire life changes right away. Because you're going to basically apply every single thing I'm talking about to everything else you're doing. You're going to become a completely different person. You probably lose weight, probably grow hair, you probably feel better with more shape. You probably, it's all of that stuff. Just applying these awesome principles. You become someone that, you become the light. How about that? You become the spark. You become the guru. You become the someone people respect and want to follow. Number 7, practice fairness. This is a weird one for me because I don't know, I guess the way I come from, the way I've raised, I don't know what it is. For me, fairness is something so natural. Like, how do you take sides with people who all generate the same CV? So I came up with a concept, all CVs equal. All CVs equal. Everybody had to buy the same product, do the same work before you get the CV. Doesn't matter what size it's at, personal gain stuff. Practice fairness. It says practice. It doesn't say talk fairness. It says practice fairness. I'm telling you, this stuff is important. Show fairness. Again, remember, all CV is equal. Rewards, efforts. Always give the rewards regardless of the positioning. In other words, it doesn't matter. There's the same person who bought a family pack on the left team, paid the same amount of money, made you the same CV, than another person buying a family pack on your right team, regardless of which one is immediate gain and which one isn't. They did their job. That's where the fairness comes in. If we don't have this, we tend to, go for the instant gratification. That's not just true here. Our entire lifetime, the things that we suffer from is because we pursued something that gave us instant gratification. Somebody takes drugs because they want that instant gratification, whatever that is, escape or whatever that is. The instant gratification thing, we have to resist. And how you resist, the mechanics of how you resist that is practice fairness. If you got the framework of fairness, you'll be fine. You will not get drawn into instant gratification. Again, part of that rule of the framework is never take sides, regardless of the instant gain, instant gratification, or the loss. Number 8, implement culture of forever. What time is it? Okay. Culture of forever. I love the word forever. How long is forever? How long is forever? Put in there. How long is forever? Forever is a long time, right? Forever is a long time. You want to make sure that when you talk to your prospect, the person you just launched with you, let me tell you something about, it's a little secret about new people. The new people, they don't tell you this, but this is what they're thinking. The new people, when they join you, they tell you they're gonna get to the Royal. What they really mean, translation, is that I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna give it a try till I get discouraged, till a few people say no. That's what really means for most new people, right? It's really important. And unfortunately, in some countries too, the MLM is still fairly new. It's almost like a culture to jump from company to company to company. It'll change over there too. Once they mature up, those countries will also change. The problem is by the time they change, become a mature market, a lot of these people who have jumped to companies, they've lost their opportunity, because at the end of the day, people will not follow you. You lose your credibility. So it's important that we start a culture of forever. If you got the right product that you like, you got the good management you like, you got a good company you like, that's it. You've got all the components that you need. I can make a case why we are 10 miles ahead of everybody else, but it's not even important. At the end of the day, 90% of these companies will go, 95% will go, whatever is left are decent companies, right? And if you got a forever attitude, you're going to do well. If you do these 10 things, you're going to end up in the top rank of that company. So start, implement a culture of forever. Forever doesn't mean till you reach a certain income, because for most people, they set an income, they go to the beach. Forever doesn't mean when you reach some rank, it doesn't even matter if the rank is at the top. It doesn't matter the top rank. It's not about you. If you got to the top, it's because a whole bunch of other people got you there. I know you probably think you did it, because that's what MLMs are, right? Oh, I did it. No. Whole bunch of people got you there. You had these 10 things, good for you for that. But a whole bunch of people got you there, right? So it's not about you. It's always about that next. You hear me talk about the next. I have a whole thing in my whole company here, and you guys know about it. If you're not getting better, fill up the gap. If you're not getting better, that's one of my philosophies in life. We don't want the whole company worldwide this way. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. There you go. There you go. Good job. Good students here. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. That means it's always about the next. You got the top rank? Great. Let's get a bunch of people get there. Why do I say to the billion? Do I really need a billion? Do I really need a billion? Think about that for a minute. My life was good before I launched Opulence in 2005, year 2005. I didn't do this for lifestyle or anything. I said a billion because I wanted to give myself targets that I know I'm going to be here 18 years later with you. It's about the next. It wasn't about me. It's about you guys. I'm still chasing the billion. So we're going to create a whole bunch of new millionaires by the time we get there. I needed a target bigger than myself, right? So it's always about the next. Implement the culture forever. Think forever. Preach forever. You guys, it's important to be visual and be loud. That's to work loudly, right? Vision forever. When you go to sleep at night, think about 10 years from now. Think about when you retire. Think about when you're 75 and you're in opulence, what type of life you would have. Think about when you're 90. Think about when you're 95, when you're in your last breath. I don't know about you. I want to check out at 95. You know, for 20 years now, more than that, 1999, 23 years. For 23 years now, every night I tell God, keep me, my family, my son, in perfect health. Remember, we got to be specific. Perfect health here on 95 and take me away in my sleep. I don't need to be 100. I want to be 5 years younger than God when I go away. So you know what? 95 for me is good. Maybe you want to be 200, whatever. But point is, think forever. Envision that. Envision that. 9, think team first. Think team first. Here's the thing. You can't get up until your team gets up anyway, right? I mean, understand this real quick. Even if it's self-serving reasons, even for self-serving reasons, before you can get up, they got to get up, right? So think team first. Here's the thing too. When you do that, not only you rank up, you don't get stuck on the rank, you can't move up anymore, you know, because usually if you don't think that way, you get stuck in the middle somewhere, right? When you think team first, another thing that will do, it guarantees longevity in your team. And longevity is an absolute cornerstone of you getting to the top rank. If you're on the treadmill, get people in and lose people, you never get to top rank. You don't want to be on the treadmill. You want to keep more people than you're losing, right? You bring people, you lose some anyways, right? But you want to keep more than you're losing. If you can do that, I know it was having longevity, right? Then you can get to the top rank. 5 years. If you're losing more than you lose, gaining or equal, you're on the treadmill. So think team first. It guarantees longevity. Also, here's another thing, because a lot of you guys are going to make some money. And I know for most people, maybe not all people, but for most people, ego is important, right? And it keeps you relevant too. If you think team first, when you rank up, you still stay relevant. If no one's calling you about anything, complaining to you, or celebrating with you, you're irrelevant. You're irrelevant. I'm telling you, once the money pressures are away, you got some money, you've got the stuff that you want. You might not care about that relevancy now because you're still working towards that. But once you got those things out of the way, it's going to really bother you that nobody in your organization looks at you as an upline. Think team first. Not only you stay relevant, as long as you're relevant, as long as you're the upline, you have control of your business too, right? Because they respect you, they trust you. It's nice to be in control of your business, right? Not everyone's going all different directions, and everyone's like information. Number 10, invest in your team. And this is something that we got to do. It's the last one. Invest in your team. You want to take a percentage of your income and put it towards promotion. Give it back. Some of you will say, well, the company has promotions. Like, something irks me so much, You wouldn't say that if you had any other type of business. If you had a traditional business, if there was any perks and rewards, you got to do it. You're in business for yourself. If you're going to put any type of promotions or rewards or Christmas bonuses or whatever, you got to do it. You're self-employed, you got employed, you got to do it. Over here, you're still self-employed. It's still your business. Remember, you take majority of the revenue. With us, we keep very little. We give majority, 65% of revenues goes back out to the field, right? So here you're self-employed as well. Just because all these people making you money, but because they're not on, your employee, it doesn't mean. So take a percentage of your income, and doesn't matter what it's percentage, stick with it, and give it as rewards, and give it as promotions. Jim Rohn said Jim Rohn was not an MLM guy, but he had some good stuff. He says, the company will have its own promotions. You should have your own promotions simultaneously. The company will have its own rewards for ranking. You should have your own rewards for ranking simultaneously. In other words, do your job. Take a percentage of your income, throw it in as rewards and incentives. Now, in our company, we can help with that. We have this thing called the marketing allowance, and it's called MAP, marketing allowance privilege. Actually, the post is coming out this week, and you can use some of that to put promotions. But that you shouldn't rely on that 100%, because that MAP, marketing allowance privilege, it really has to be spread certain way. Make sure everybody who generated it can get it, right? So it doesn't mean that, and that's not really your money anyways. That's a privilege that the company gives you. So the company will allow you to do some of that. But you should take a percentage of your own income. Trust me, you feel wonderful doing it, by the way. You're going to feel wonderful doing it. And put it doesn't have to be something big. Maybe you want to say, you know what? I don't know. I make $1,000 a month. Maybe I'll take, 5% of that. So I'm going to take $50, give some gift cards away. If you make $10,000 a month, I'll take $500, maybe give away an iPad or something. Maybe you make more, I might give away an iPhone, or do Samsung, is better than iPhone. Whatever. But give it away. Invest in your team. Trust me, they appreciate so much. I know for a fact when people get something from the upline, it means 10 times more than the compensation plan. Listen carefully. When somebody gets something from the upline, knowing it came from the check, it means 10 times more than coming from the compensation plan. The compensation plan to them is a right. Something from the upline is a gift. And if you want to keep your people long-term, if you want to bond with them, the like and trust, forensic we talk about, the fastest way, the cheapest way to do that is to throw some stuff out there on a monthly basis or quarterly basis, whatever you want to do, as a gift. It's a gift of saying, I appreciate you. I know you made money already, you're building your life, your future, it's all, that's fine. You're doing it for your family, great. But I appreciate you because you're my team. And you're also building mine. And I'm here to support you. And I want to, here's a gift because you're not doing that. To finish up, this is probably the two hardest lessons you're ever going to learn. Number one, remember this carefully, write this down. You have to take the stuff seriously we talked about, because what is seen, if your behavior is bad or good, what is seen cannot be unseen. What is seen cannot be unseen. And if you're going to be a leader in this company, you're going to get top rank. You got to get these 10 things right. What is seen cannot be unseen. What is heard cannot be unheard. Now, some of you guys are saying, oh my God, I screwed up. Oh, shoot. I wish I would have known that. That's fine. But here's the good news. What is seen or heard cannot be unseen or heard, but you start doing these 10 things properly every day. Practice it, DMO, long term. The good news is soon the new you will overshadow the old you. They won't forget, but they're focusing on the new you. They're dealing with the new you. And you could be fine. Be careful. Don't make mistakes over and over again. Don't be good for 2 years and blow it up. Blow it up with a couple of, bad acts. So if you can do the stuff I just talked to you about, everyone should be able to get to the top rank within 5 years. Everybody. Just follow these 10 vital steps. If you've been here longer than that, okay, you're missing some of the stuff. That's okay. Give yourself another 5 years. Give yourself another 5 years. So the next 5 years, I'm going to be royal. That's my Rolls Royce that's on the wall of opulence. That's my private jet that's on the wall of opulence. Give yourself 5 years. I call this professional code of conduct, which will lead to longevity, that will lead to retention. Longevity leads to retention, and that will lead to your targets. With that, Verlaine, I'll pass the call back to you. Right on time. Here we go.
Yes, right on time because we're at the top of the hour. And so far, there's just so much appreciation for the training. I don't see any questions. Just lots of love and lots of thank you and wows and amazing training. So everybody's enjoying it. And yes, these 10 things we have to put into practice begin with myself. And I know it was slack on some, so I'm definitely pulling up my socks on the others and taking this all the way to the top. I see Rebecca's going to the top too. I'm going with her. If everyone else wants to go there, we're all going together.
People, we got a 2 team. Make sure we beat these numbers next week. Invite a few people over every week. I am adamant building a very strong foundation in this company, finishing this year and in 23. So make sure your people just don't miss this. When you launch people up, say, guys, you got to not miss Monday, Tuesday. So you can't miss these calls. And here's what I want you guys to do. This video will end up on the YouTube channel, Forensic Networker. Before you guys leave tonight, go to the Forensic Networker on YouTube, subscribe, click like a few of those videos, because the algorithm of YouTube, when you see likes and comments, put likes and comments. What happens is that it takes it out to the networkers in the world, and we can help more people, right? Let's give. Remember, give and receive. Remember, quantum physics. So let's go out there, subscribe, like, comment, push it out there. Let's get the message out. And with that, we're going to attract a lot more people to the greatest MLM company of all time, which I honestly believe is Opulence Global.
Thank you so much, CEO, for this amazing training. It was really, really inspirational and empowering training for all of us here. I see I have one question in the chat. Okay, if first asking, for team promotions, if your team is big, how do you recommend we divide up the the giveaways?
You know what? You can, well, a couple of ways to do it. Number one, if your team is big, you have other leaders, so you want to collaborate together, right? If that big, there's other people. Listen, if you got the right culture, everyone's doing this. If you got the right culture, you're not the only one doing this. Everyone's doing this, right? And the second thing is you can always set your gifts to certain ranks or some people that you know you can attend to. It's best that you do both of these things, right? You collaborate with everybody, you put it out for everyone, and then aside from that, you do something for a few people. Either way, it's not that hard, but if you got the right culture, if your team is that big, you have a lot of people contributing towards a common cause.
Awesome. So I don't see any more questions. Guys, I just see lots of comments. Everybody's loving the training. And more questions has gone to Q&A, but we're at the top of the hour already. So is it okay to end the call now, Ramin? I'll share announcement just before we close. So
Go ahead. I'm just reading the comments here. Folks, I'm reading your comments. If I'm not adding anything, I'm reading your comments. Glad to see that you guys are active.
Awesome. So no questions, just lots of comments. So I'll go straight to promote to announcements now.
Okay, before you do that, somebody says, can you just mention the top 10? Okay, get your pens ready, guys.
The
Get your
top
pens
4,
ready.
I think I sent it to her already, but okay.
All right, so just in case, actually, can you put it in the chat then if you have it? Just put it in the chat. Everyone sees it then?
Okay, everyone, I'm going to read it out for you. Proper work ethic includes scheduling your time. Number 2 is knowledge. Number 3, inspirational. Number 4, respect. Number 5, show successful. Number 6, manage crisis. Number 7, practice fairness. Number 8, implement culture forever. Number 9, think team first. And number 10, invest in your team.
And what is seen cannot
What
be
is seen cannot be unseen. Just something to remember. What is heard cannot be unheard.
Well done, well done.
Okay, I don't see anything else in the chat
Do the
now.
announcement.
Okay, team, so I'll go through the announcements. Thank you all so much.
I want to congratulate
so-
you, Verlin. Really good to see that you're doing this. I want to congratulate you.
Thank you so much. So team, let's not forget to continue to invite our prospects out to the tours that are happening around the different countries in Trinidad and Tobago. We have a coming to in October 30th, then Tobago, November, Ottawa in November, Minnesota in November, and Kenya in December. So let's continue to invite and share. And remember, we have limited quantities of these items still in stock, so you can stock up. And don't forget to continue to share this survey to our customers who are using the product, and even our sale that we completed also. Because
Verlin, hold it there. Hold it there. Oh, look at that. I got it. Okay, everybody, get your cell phone on this QR code. Practice it right now. Just get your phone and scan the QR code. And that's where you do your testimonial. Do it right now. How cool is that? So, I don't know, Verlin, show them how you can scan it. Get your phone up. Actually, I can do it. Just get your phone, put it on camera, go close to the QR. And it gives you the web page. Click on it and fill the form. Go ahead, Roland.
Awesome. And we have the Asian cruise that is coming up in April, something to work towards qualifying for. And Toronto Boot Camp, which starts next weekend. on Saturday, October 22nd. Let's invite our teams and remind our partners to join this boot camp. It's also going to be in Chinese. And leadership cocktail is coming up this Sunday with Jocelyn Aquino from Philippines. So this is to invite and share to our prospects also that they come up to these calls, and our partners need to come up and fill up the calls also. So thank all of you and see you on the next call. And with that, I close the call, Ramin, and say good night to everyone.
Good night, everybody. Stay forensic.
Please put a quote
And
back
make
at
sure you
the
go back
end.
to this video on the Forensic Networker channel, like, comment, just get the word out.
All right, everyone, to the billion. And see you on the next call.